The eyes of the world watching. It's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. The eyes of the world are watching, and there is one story that we're all focused on. Hi, everybody. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt here to tell the final chapter of this story and ask the question that so many are tuned in to see answered. Can they complete, Brock, an undefeated season, which would be just the second that the NFL has ever seen?
You know, that champagne is not only on ice in that locker room, it's also on ice down in Miami as they pop that champagne. Those Dolphins in 72, the last team to actually do the whole journey undefeated. But remember, they only had 14 games in the regular season. This crew, they've achieved it through 17 games, a brutal postseason, and here they are.
Dive play straight in there. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Another carry for him. Romped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got a man left. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They'll run here on first down. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On first down, here's Sanders. And he's got it, it's in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles 7, Chiefs 0.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles. That we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little...
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up their opening drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
60 back.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight was giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play out behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
It's the end of one in Super Bowl 63. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Tampa after this. We are back and just as excited as you are. Time to resume action here in Super Bowl 63. They have second and pretty long here. Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. And the Eagles get to it. Hits the 20. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead on the turnover. That had to have been just about as far away as possible, Brock, from what that was drawn up to be. But the end result, partner, exactly as they planned. It's a touchdown.
In this case, Kate, it really was about the destination, not about the journey.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down throw, Mahomes finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Hauled in by Gray. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down, Chiefs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. That's him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Here's Mahomes. Here's a screen sound for Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
It's second down and goal.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. We'll pause for the injured player. Let's really hope this is something minor. That is Patrick Mahomes, who's shaken up and getting some help there. At 2:01, this is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Hey!
Here he goes, third and long. He's in trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Eagles get to it. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Right up the gut. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Back to the air here on second. Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready? Let's go.
Third and long for him here. He finds space, middle of the field. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
That throw doesn't lead to 6, and it sets up second down.
Second and 10.
Come on. Set. 70, move.
Going again here, Sanders. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Elliott connects there. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the ground game here. Keeps away from one. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. First down from the 42.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Back to throw it. And he puts some air under this one, right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3, the Super Bowl is underway. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Andy Reid getting his Chiefs offense ready to go for a new series. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Air it out on 3rd. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 5 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Pass play coming here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out.
4-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And this stays a 3-possession game.
I know there's golfers out there, Kate, that love to play this game as well. And any golfer knows, hey, man, at the turn, no matter how bad that front side was, there's still a chance, right? There's still another hole, still another opportunity. You write that script of hope. Kickers are kind of like golfers, right? They're always thinking of the next one, but unfortunately, with that miss, well, this scorecard's going to end up ugly.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Ready? Crack all 80. Set up.
Sending him on the dive. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Rolling back, gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
7-yard line.
Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
3rd and 7.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor.
Ready? 19, 18.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Underneath it goes, catchable by the running back. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Sanders going to throw on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Completed to his running back. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Go.
Plowing up the middle. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That'll bring us 1 quarter away from the end of Super Bowl 63. The Eagles with the lead, just a quarter away from a potential 3rd Super Bowl title. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. Running it after the penalty. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
But how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for 1 more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles making a 24-point ball game. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play.
We've got a man in motion. To throw here on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Pass play now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's 3rd
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. He's going to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Sanders setting the pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Brought in right side. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short, but they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Hey!
Working now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
A loss of 4 yards.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Ready?
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but when this came out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. They made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Ready?
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check, Panther. Ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Keeps himself upright. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the birthplace of America sure is going to be rocking again. They made it through the regular season perfect. They advanced through those 2 playoff games, and now, Brock, now they can officially call themselves just the 2nd undefeated team in NFL history. Only them and those 72 Dolphins have ever claimed that piece of football immortality.
It's pretty wild, isn't it, Kate? Over half a century since we saw a team make it through an entire season undefeated. And in this modern NFL, remember, they played 20 games a season, at least 20 games. So we wondered if we'd ever see it happen again, but here we are. Witnesses to history and witnesses to one of the best football teams ever assembled.